We're all dealing with a new reality right now. Being stuck in our homes, it's a life that we never knew and we never wanted to. The self-isolation is real right now, and it's affecting everyone. Well, those people that are listening at least. Being productive is hard in general, let alone when your life is upended by this whole thing we have going on. I've noticed a common trend of people struggling to find their place right now. So I thought it'd be a great opportunity to make a video talking about how to be productive at home. Before we get into everything, make sure to hit that like button down below. It'll help me out a lot, and I'd really appreciate it. Also, leave a comment down below letting me know how you guys are doing with everything. So the first thing that you need to do in order to be more productive is to set up a routine. Routines are what get us through our work weeks, our school weeks, and the daily grind overall. Just because different aspects of our life are stopping does not mean that we need to stop. I'm still getting up at 5 a.m. every day to do the different things I need to build this business. And while I'm doing that, I'm realizing that I'm being just as productive as I was before, if not more. As I've mentioned in previous videos, I have a lot more time now and I'm doing the most that I can with it. The reason for that is because my routine of, getting up, working, going and working out, eating breakfast, and then coming right back here to, grind everything out is not ever stopping. I didn't halt that because of the situation. I didn't say, hey, might as well just stop. I didn't do that. I think a lot of people are getting into the habit of let me just watch Netflix all day, or I'll sleep in a couple hours, and those things really aren't going to help you be productive. If you were getting 7 to 9 hours of sleep in the first place, let me just let you in on a little secret. That extra sleep is not helping. If you were getting enough sleep before, don't say, well, I'm catching up on my sleep, so I'm improving my health. I really don't think the studies will show you that if you're hitting 10 hours of sleep a night, you're gonna get some sort of extra benefit than if you were hitting the, recommended 8 hours of sleep. Also, let's be real, that extra hour of sleep most of the time is just waking up, scrolling through whatever it is on our phone, and then saying, I slept in today. Even if you say, I'm gonna sleep in 30, 40 minutes more, it's getting you out of that work mindset. And that's something that we really need to stick in even during this current situation. When you fall out of routines, you lose positive momentum. And positive momentum is really important to keep the days going in a great way. When you wake up in the morning and you do something productive, that's positive momentum. And I'd say our routines are a manifestation of continuous positive momentum. So for that reason, I'm going to talk about how to stay in a routine during the current situation. Step 1 is you need to figure out when you're waking up and going to bed every night. Literally set an alarm and say, I'm going to get up at this time so that I can do what I need to accomplish my tasks for the day. The next thing you need to do is plan out what you're going to do during the days. I'm talking block scheduling. I'm talking to-do lists. I'm talking task management systems. I'm talking 10 steps to saving time and doing more. If you haven't checked out my free ebook yet, it's in the description box down below. It's called 10 Steps to Saving Time and Doing More. It'll really help you guys out in this current situation, learn more about my task management systems and how you can incorporate them into your own lives. But the key takeaways I'm going to say here is that you need to block out different times during the day as to when you're going to work on certain things. So for example, I have a work time blocked out in the morning before I go and work out every day. And then after that, I have breakfast planned. And then once again, I have work time or productive time, which is done for, school. Or if I don't have school, then I work on my business. So you need to plan out different times of the day when you're going to do things. And then once those times are planned out, you then will put tasks from your whatever to-do list you have and put it on there and say, this is when I'm going to accomplish those tasks. You should do this because you're not going to fall into that habit of, I'll get what I need to done today. I have this thing I got to do. I'll do it before I go to bed. I'll do that. Because let's be honest, by the time it's 8 p.m., you're like, oh, I didn't do that. What am I going to do now? I'm not saying, don't spend time with your family. I'm not saying don't reach out to your friends. I'm not saying you got to be hyper productive, but plan out when you're going to do everything so that you can make time for your friends. You don't need to do one and not the other. Something important to remember about block scheduling, to-do lists, and all of that, especially if you're living at home now or you're living with other people that you weren't before, and obviously they want to spend time with you, make sure that you express to them that this is what you're going to do with your time. Tell them how much you love them and tell them that you're going to spend time with them. It's just, you're going to have to plan it. It could be dinner, and then afterwards is when you spend that time with your family. But just because you're home doesn't mean you need to spend every minute with them. And my family's been great about that and they understand that, but communication is good so that no one gets frustrated and there's no miscommunication saying that hey, why aren't you spending time with me? You're home. Why don't you want to be with me? No, I do want to be with you, but I also have things that I need to do. So the last secret to being productive while being home is actually a little different. You need to go outside and get some sunlight exposure. We're not made to stay inside day in and day out. So to a certain extent, staying in our homes and never leaving is really not good for our health either. Get sunlight exposure by just going outside, even if it's just sitting out, in front of your house, whatever it is, walking back and forth down the street, being outside for 10, 15 minutes so that you get that vitamin D, you get that sunlight exposure. It's good for your overall health. Just please practice social distancing while doing this at the same time. Make sure that when you're outside, you stay 6 feet away from anybody. Don't touch anything. If you have a patio or balcony, sit out there, enjoy that. It's your space. But make sure that you get sunlight exposure because just sitting inside is not good for your health. Sunlight exposure, especially early in the morning, you can get up, I don't know when you're going to get up, but say you get up at 6:30, right? First thing you do is eat something small, drink some water, walk outside, enjoy the fact that the sun is probably going to be up by 7 or 7:30. There won't be a lot of people out because no one's commuting to work. And then you'll have a great start to your morning. Sunlight exposure is something that increases productivity, it gives you more energy, and it's just great overall for your health. And the best part is when you're doing this, you rise productive. So to wrap it all up, just make sure to stay in a routine, do the things that you used to do. Have that same morning routine of getting up, working and doing the things that you need to be successful. I know for me, this time has been great for helping me build my online business, and I want the same for you. So please take actionable steps on this and start building a better life for yourself today. With that being said, thank you very much for watching this video. Please leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. Thanks again, and I'll see you guys in the next one.